Welcome soulmate to the continuation of our previous class. Please kindly watch to the end to get the best part of it. So here I've cut or transferred our pattern to fabric. This is an armhole princess dart and the zipper is in front. You can see how I placed my wording. That's the padding for the blouse. It will also have a cup, but this is how it is. Make sure it stops at the underbust, right? And it shouldn't get too high. It shouldn't be too high to the neckline. Okay, so I'm going to sew it this way. I'm going to join them. Like I said, the front has a zipper, so we're going to join them separately. So this is the side, the back side, and if you don't mind, use your pin to hold them together so that it will be easier for you when you get to your sewing machine. It will not be difficult to identify which part stays where. Okay, so I have stay on all the pieces, stay on all the pieces. So in this case, the ones we've cut stops at the half length. This is the flay, the peplum that is joined to the blouse. We have a detailed tutorial on how to cut peplum, so I will drop the link in the comment section. Right, I'll not have to start explaining this again. So when you're making something like this, your blouse should stop at the half length and then you continue with the flay depending on how many steps flay that you want, right? So after cutting this, I've not cut the center of it. I'm just making a 360-degree circle based on the length that I want together with the radius. So I just got the length of the flay and I'm going to put it together into 4 and then cut on the radius of the peplum. Right, that's the waist measurement that I'm using. Divide by 6.28, whatever it gives me, that is where I'm going to cut. So the blouse has a two-step peplum. This is the shorter part. The other part is longer than this, about 3 inches longer than this. So we're going to cut it open. This is how it's going to be. Two of them are going to be of the same size but different lengths. So here is a trick on how to add the peplum to your flay, to your blouse in such a way that it will not be noticed. So I've joined the upper part and the lower part, as you can see, but the one under, I'm leaving the lining alone, joining only the main fabric so that I can join it to my blouse, lining to lining, fabric to fabric. This will make for a very neat finishing, like we're using the finishing where you will not have to see any seam line. Okay, so I'm just demonstrating how you're going to attach it to your blouse. The peplum, I joined the first layer and second together, leaving the lining. So where you have the stay is where the lining is, and then join the other part to the main blouse. I hope you get that. So before fixing the lining, I will have to attach the cup. If you're using a cup, at this point, it's not compulsory to use a cup. You can use only the wording and it will still come out very beautiful. But here is a trick on how to attach the cup, the ready-made cup. You don't have to sew it outside in such a way that it will be seen. Sew it to the seam lines, right? Like use your needle and thread and attach it to the seam lines. From outside you don't have to see it. So this is what we're going to do here on both sides. Attach it. This is the first one, and I'm also going to attach the second one. Okay, so the outside is very neat. So here we're going to fix the zipper. I hope we know how to fix a zipper, be it whatever kind of zipper. We have detailed tutorial on how to fix an invisible zipper. Here we're going to cover the zipper with the lining. So this is how I'm going to do it. Just watch the video carefully. So once I fold it that way, I'm going to now sew on the zipper. Even though I'm not going to be seeing the zipper, I will sew on the zipper so that I can cover the edges. You can see the way it is. I can cover the edges of the zipper so that when I turn it, it will look like this other part that is very neat. Okay, these things are not too difficult to do. All you have to do is pay attention and you're going to get it. So if this video is making sense to you, please kindly watch to the end so you can see how everything turned out so beautifully done. Okay, remember that the blouse has a collar too, so we've not closed the collar part, and for this reason we're going to close the zipper completely because we have a place to come out from. So we're going to completely close the zipper side and turn it out. If you've not subscribed to this channel, this is the time for you to do so. If you've watched up to 5 to 6 minutes, this is the time for you to subscribe to this channel so that will bring you more interesting tutorials on drafting and sewing of different styles and designs. Okay, here we'll give detailed tutorial on how to accomplish different things, and you can also make a suggestion on the style that you want to see us illustrate or make a video on. Okay, so once I'm done with that, I'm going to bring it inside out, like bring it outside, and you're going to see how well the zipper area looks. Just carefully bring it out. The lower part of the zipper side is going to be folding inside, so you want to use something to bring it out, even though we don't want it to have a pointy part. So you can see how the zipper is very beautiful, and you can see how the lining is too, very beautiful. Okay, so this is it. Woo, so beautiful and wonderful. Okay, so we're making progress. Now the next thing we're going to do is to attach our collar. So I'm going to measure around the neckline of the blouse. Around the neckline of the blouse, I'm going to measure it. Whatever it gives me, that is what I'm going to use to cut the collar. So I have my paper or the stay that I want to use. I mean collar stay, the soft collar stay, not the strong one. I'll fold it into two, and that means I'm going to fold my measurements into two. Okay, and I will mark from one edge. So I'm going to raise it up by 1 inch at that part to make a curve. Connect it to the midpoint or even to the end of the stay, right? So the lines we have marked, that is the beginning of my measurement. From there, I'm going to mark 1 inch from the line, 1 inch high, no matter the length, 1 inch high down to the end. So once I mark it, I'm going to connect it this way, and I have my 1 inch collar. So you see the way it is, I'm just going to trim it off. You can decide to curve the edge. I'm going to trim it. So this is what I expect you to do if you need a collar on your blouse. It's quite easy. So I will trim the other parts where the 1 inch went up. It's not part of our measurement. Alright, so the next thing is to gum it on our fabric. A piece of fabric, 2 pieces. We're just going to gum one side, and you can add stay on the other side, or if not, you can just decide to leave it like that. Keep 1/2 inch on both sides, 1/2 inch on all the sides while you iron. This is how it is, 2 pieces. Okay, so we're going to close the upper part this way. Yeah, we're going to close it. That is the part that will be on top of the neckline, like the height of the collar. And then we'll leave the lower part open, and that is the place we're going to attach it to the blouse neckline. I hope this whole thing is making sense to you. If it is, please kindly drop a comment, give a thumbs up, share, subscribe to this channel. We have more interesting videos to bring to your um watch, right? To bring to you for you to watch and enjoy and practice as well. So these things are better done when you practice, or better learned when you practice it. So you have to iron very well, and I will be fixing it, although the video is not showing properly here on how to fix, but I'm going to make a separate video tutorial on how to make a collar, and I think I have a video on how to make a collar in the channel, but I'm still going to make a new one, how to make a collar and attach to your neckline, right? So at this point, we're just going to, if you're following the procedure, we're just going to attach our neckline. We're not going to fix everything together. We'll fix only one part, the part that has the stay, and then use the other part to fold it in. You can see the way it is. I'll use the other part that does not have the stay to fold it inside and cover the rough edge. So it has to be very neat. If you think you can't do it with your hand, please use iron. It's going to help you so well. Iron it properly so that it will be easier for you to sew. If you don't iron it, you might be making a mistake if you're not so used to doing it. So I think that's second to the last thing that will be done. After the collar, we're going to proceed to the sleeve, but here we're not going to be illustrating the sleeve. We're going to be posting a new video on how to create the beautiful trendy sleeve, right? We have so much structured sleeve coming our way very soon. Please do well to subscribe to this channel, and you get to see what you've been wanting to see all along on YouTube, so long as sewing tutorial is concerned. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and we're going to see you in our next video. Kindly stay tuned and watch previous videos as well. Okay, you see how beautiful it is. Iron, 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 and you will get it right. Thank you. Bye.